This is our retired item, but the reason I think you need a good drill around simply because, like, if you're drilling a lot of screws, here's the screw heads, okay? And you can see that you just put things in, it takes the square part, whereas a lot of drill ends, they have the round one and it tends to slip. Ours uses the hex key. You can see the clutch adjustments right here, and this is magnetic. So if you want to keep your screws up there, instead of being like the seamstress that keeps all the pins in her mouth and then you inhale the wrong way and all of a sudden you have a trip to the emergency room. Funny. Okay. Now I just put that on reverse, and reverse is clearly marked. Okay, then you just bring it forward. When you hear that sound on clutch number 1, you can do, you know what's in there.
Oh, so it's no chuck. No chuck. Okay.
And when it makes that sound, it's in. And then you're free, like if you're undoing a screw or whatever, flip it to reverse. There is a neutral here too, so that you can lock this in case little darlings are around and so on. Well,
I can see Carter.
yeah. Be careful when you're screwing things to make sure you don't strip out the screw, because then you have a lot more problems. That's when you have to dig out the pliers. And
yes.
it turns into a much more fun project, let's say. The clutch just depends on what you're doing. Drywall would be, I wouldn't go much more than the 3 because you can tear it up when screwing things into it. But if you're working with something like, we'll say concrete, maybe oak would probably be somewhere in the middle. Concrete would be up to, like, if you're drilling. And also remember, with concrete, you do need special drill bits.
Yes.
For those.
Yeah.
Yes. Because masonry bits are a little bit different. Then you just take it out, and we have this. Alright, this is what I was talking about with drill bits. Now, this drill and all of our drills will take this. It helps prevent the slippage that you get with the round ends. This is what's called a hex end. Okay, so.
And you put it down to 1.
Generally speaking, and then you hold this so that you can tighten it. Right, you hear that noise, you should be in. Also with drill bits, I don't know how much drilling you've done. Most of the time when you're doing lumber or something like that, and you're going to put a screw in, you're pre-drilling, just take and go like 1 or 2 smaller than the screw that you're going to put in, because you want it to be tight, fit, but you don't want the wood to split, which is the main reason with lumber why you have to pre-drill it, because it will split. And it's such a fun thing. Fun. You know. So
well,
anyway.
The thing I found is that I can't find a drill that's light enough. And you said this is 2 pounds, because I'm using what I'm using right now.
This is heavier.
A power screwdriver, and because I could not find a drill that had the lithium battery. Now, is this lithium or is this
lithium ion? I believe. I'll but this is not the drill that you would be getting. The newer one that we have is less. Is either 2 pounds or less.
Right.
And
and how heavy is this one?
I believe that's got to be at least 3. But I don't know. I mean,
see, what I couldn't do, I was trying to drill above my head, and I just couldn't hold the drill. I had to use 2 hands, so therefore I wasn't able to hold the screw, get it started, and do it over my. I just oh my gosh! And even that.
How did that one feel?
A little hard.
A little hard. So you probably want to go with the lighter one.
I put gutters up.
Yeah. Well, it is hard when you're standing on a ladder and you're stretching, because you're really pulling up the cable. So I would recommend the newer one that we've got. As I said, I've just brought this to kind of show people generally a tool that you probably would want to have around the house. But if you have that issue, go with a lighter impact drill.
Yeah.
Find it. You can find it. I'll show you.
Well, like I said, I wound up going with a power screwdriver for a drill.
Yeah, we have one of those too.
You know, because
but
that's the weight I can handle. At times, it does not have enough torque. That's for sure.
Yes. Yeah. So the.
But I could. Yeah. Go ahead.
The lighter drill will have the more torque, because it's an impact driver. It's really not a drill so much. But yeah, I would just say go with that, and I'll explain to you, like I said, when we go through.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is like I can't find plug one, because it's the battery that makes a lot of the weight. And so if you had a lighter
Yeah.
one with
Yeah.
a plug, you know,
It might work, but when you're standing on the eaves dragging around an extension cord.
I know, yeah.
There's
true.
another issue there, because if
True,
somebody steps on
true,
something,
true, yes.
there goes your machine.